before you talk about it. Let me talk my shit before you talk.
Alright, let's jump in. I hope y'all got more than 3 cigarettes for this video. I really do. Don't be smoking no butts that you just got sitting around in the ashtray, alright?
I've been sitting here smoking butts at the ashtray.
Yo, we're jumping into a YouTuber by the name of Lady Bling today. She's been on my radar. And the thing is, I like her. I actually like her. I like her hustle. She's married to a man by the name of Woods. In recent times, it seems that they've been struggling with some marital issues, and she dropped a video. So the name of the video is Woods and I Are Separating. And now in that video, I watched the video to its entirety. And in the beginning of the video, you know, she starts out talking about...
Long story short, this has been brewing for like a couple of months. Like, I'm gonna say ever since Woods took the second job, it has been really brewing. Really brewing. So last night we got into an argument where it got physical. He left, and he came about 8 o'clock this morning. Got all of his stuff.
Now, there was a lie that she did a time before. I'll go ahead and post it someplace in this video. And it was pretty much where she was highly upset that Woods took a second job. Her point of view from my perspective was that, you know, they spoke about it, and pretty much he said he was not going to take it, but still, in short, went ahead and took the job. Now, I understand only the part where, you know, you and your partner, y'all discuss something, y'all agree, then that's the agreement. You know, if something changed within your intuition or your feelings that you don't want to go by what we agreed to, then just let me know, you know? So that's what I took from that live in that situation. But she was highly upset, cried on live, and you know, watching that, it was just like, wow. At this point, I didn't really know about their dynamics or work dynamics, who was the breadwinner, who was bringing more. Didn't even really know exactly what type of work or job her husband did. But just looking at it from a female's perspective, it was like, wow, like, are you really upset that he took the second job, or are you really upset that... Because I think she also wanted him to manage her, like pretty much, you know, her YouTube thing is popping now, so it's like, all right, well, forget your traditional job, you can come manage me and make even more, you know? So I think it was more of that perspective that she was pushing as well. So then it was like, well, are you upset that he was being logical and maybe living in reality and saying, well, you know what, I'm going to take my 9 to 5 over this YouTube thing. I'm gonna let her do her thing, and I'm gonna be a man and go out there and work for mine and take care of my family. So in that sense, it was like, well, yeah, is she mad because he didn't want to, you know, face front dive into this whole YouTube endeavor that she had going on? And it's not like he wasn't, I would say, like, supporting her, but it was just like, yo, what are you really mad for? So then, from then, I kind of been side-eyeing her from that, right? So the contradictory with her, like, well, how are you gonna say in one tone?
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why we keep falling out, because I feel like the difference between me and him, when I do stuff for him or for the family, I don't throw up in his face what I do for him. But it's like every day I have to hear about his job, how he pay for this and he pay for that, and really a lot. And I feel like only difference between me and you is your money come every week and my money comes sporadically and once a month. That's the only difference. Since me and Woods have been together, I have been the breadwinner. Since we have been together, I have been the breadwinner. This is the first time Woods has ever made any type of money close to the type of money that I make or more. I've just been so comfortable with, my husband working now. It's like I wanted to rest. I've been so busy resting because, y'all, this whole marriage, I wasn't resting. You know what I'm saying? The whole reason why I decided to come into this camper life was because I was tired of carrying so much. I got tired of Woods going from this job and going from that job and going from this job and going from that job, constantly hoping that eventually something gonna pop off and one of these jobs gonna stick. Because he would do good and then he fall off. He do good, then he fall off. He do good, then he fall off. And he was falling and he was falling off so much to where I was always carrying us. And it's like now, when I bring that up, he gets mad. He come in here and say, I'm a provider. I said, yeah, you a provider now. Now you a provider. Yeah, now you are. And I guess, y'all, this is the first time that we haven't had to worry about rent. Our very first house, I think Woods, I don't even think if Woods paid rent one time in our first house. Like, I don't even think he did. And it was only like $500. And now he like, well, you ain't hustling. You ain't hustling. Shit. It ain't shit for me to hustle, but hell, I was enjoying resting. I thought it's my turn now. It's I'm gonna get back to me, but I wanted to enjoy this little bit of freedom that I done got since we've been married. It was a time where Woods had got a nice piece of change, and he helped me get my truck, put the down payment on my truck. I'm saying that he put the down payment on my truck and paid the rent up for like 3 or 4 months, which that's something I initiated. I said, hey, let's take some of this money and pay the rent up for a couple months. He's like, okay, cool. But far as him going to work every day and just paying bills on the regular, Nah, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. And it's like now when he wanna constantly every time I ask him to do anything, he throws up his jobs.
It's like she was saying that he never had a job, and she's been carrying the weight for Woods pretty much the whole entire marriage. All right, so the thing is, I don't claim to know their entire situation. I'm just going off of what these people put on Front Street. But think about it. Sometimes things happen in relationships where one spouse may have to carry the load for a bit. Now, how long carrying that load is supposed to last, that's a whole topic we can discuss on here at another time. Now, my good sis Bling, I'm rooting for you. I like you in Woods, but you can't say in the same tone he wasn't doing this and that, okay? You can't say that he wasn't doing this and that. And then now he's doing something, goddamn daily, 2 jobs. And now it's a problem? And you are like guilt tripping him about taking another, you were guilt tripping him about taking another job, all while coming back now and saying, you know, wow, like, I did everything. And now he has 2 jobs and it's a problem. I don't understand. So again, at about the 132 point of her video, she says things got physical.
If you push me, I push you, that's physical. But I didn't beat my wife. If that's what you're trying to get at. She didn't get a beating. I didn't beat her. I don't beat my wife. I know. She hit me and I pushed her off me. Pushing, a little grabbing. Was she swole when you seen her? Did she have a big eye? Was she bleeding? Did she have scratches and bruises? That wasn't physical. No.
Also seen comments of people saying things like, oh yeah, this is what she does when she needs money and it's all a fake. They're not going through anything. But I don't know. I get the sense of course, maybe she needs money. I mean, who doesn't? This is the world we live in. We need money to survive. And some people will go to whatever lengths to make it. And it is what it is. But just saying that, she's going to get the views alone anyways. But I kind of get the radiance from the husband that he's a little fed. He's definitely a little fed. He's telling her to fight for their relationship. So, he says that it's always him that, has to chase behind her and prove to her that he wants the relationship. She treats him like he's disposable, and I get that from the way how she explains things or the way how she talks to him about him doing certain things. Now, it seems that there may be some control there on her end, and females tend to just try to be controlling. I wouldn't say it's a part of our nature, because I wouldn't say like every single female is controlling, but we'll try it. We'll definitely try it, and it depends on the guy to like really put his foot down. So he was talking about a situation where she went through his phone, and of course that's violating one's privacy. I would say don't go searching, because usually you go searching, you're gonna find something that you don't want to see. But apparently she went through his phone, and maybe there's some trust issues there, because she has a story time about the time he cheated on her. Now, someone was pressing him in his live comment And they were saying, oh, well, you know, from what your wife said, you cheated on her. And he kind of explained a little bit like, you know, that's what she thought. She went through the phone and saw something and just kind of like put two and two together that when he was delivering food, he was cheating on this lady he was delivering food to. Really had no substantial evidence of it. But from the way the man talks, like, you know, he says he doesn't have a problem with her as a wife. Maybe there's certain things that are there that maybe he has issues with, like probably the way she talks to him, how she comes and emasculate him online and put all of their personal relationship business online. Yeah, definitely. No man is not gonna like that. Also, if you're saying that, oh, you wasn't doing this, you wasn't doing that, and the man is going above and beyond and now, in the now, right, to take care of you and your kids, his family, what is the problem? Why do you feel like you're not good enough to be that wife that he needs? I don't understand. He can work. You can do your YouTube thing. You can do your music thing. And y'all both be popping and bringing in the money. I don't understand. It's called building together. So, yeah, it's a little bit confusing. But I can hear it in his voice where he's like, yo, I'm tired of feeling like I'm not worth anything to you. Show me that I am worth something to you. You know, that she throws it in his face. Excuse me. She throws it in his face that he works 16 hours a day. And I get it. Like, maybe, you know, he did say it too. Like, of course, 16 hours a day, you're not really getting that substantial quality family time that you need to. But he's doing what he has to do as a man. You might not like it now, but maybe in the future, this will all be beneficial to who? The family. You, the children, y'all future, everything that y'all working towards. Even saying things like, yo, you know, she needs a car and stuff like that. Well, you doing your YouTube thing. He's working. This is where you guys save and hustle so you can have your own ride. And, you know, how is like the thing that she's down on? Like, I don't even know how I got here. Like, how I got stuck in reliance of a man. This is your husband. This is not some random throwaway guy that you've just been in like this quick 5-second relationship with. This is your husband you're talking about. So, you know, she knows more than we do, but I'm just going by the stuff that she is displaying online. You're throwing all of your everything out there, and I feel like there's a boundary and a limit to the things that you share online. So again, when these people get upset that, you know, bloggers or people that choose to discuss them and what they put up, it's like, oh, you know, I don't understand why these people are talking. Well, you've given us a lot to talk about. Nonetheless, I would like to see this couple work through their shenanigans. I kind of feel like, you know, she's talking from emotions. He's actually really talking. I'm not saying she doesn't feel the way she feels. I'm not taking anyone's feelings away from them. But I feel like she was just talking for the moment. And he was really talking from the core of how he really feels of being valued. And she just sounds like, I'm done. I don't know how to be a wife. I don't want to be a wife anymore. This is it. So I'm hoping that they can regroup there. Oh, lastly, I also noticed a lot of people was saying that, oh, you know, he doesn't like Jeremiah, and that's one of her sons. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeremiah is the baby, the smallest son. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. What I am saying is there's a father in the home. And when there's a father in the home and there's boys within the home, the father would teach the boys on how to be that man stuff, the masculinity stuff that you need as a boy. I noticed that the last little boy, he's very feminine, and his mother encourages it. Again, I don't want to get too deep because I don't like to play with the topics of people's children and how they raise them, but I feel like low-key that is also one of their issues. But of course they didn't address any of that in the videos, but I feel like that's one of their biggest things. As a man sitting back watching that and maybe not having any say so, or if he does, then it might be an uproar. So those are different little topics of like parenthood and what can we do with this child to make this a little different, because it doesn't look right. I don't judge in per se what people do with their kids or how your kid is growing in the sense of what you put out. So if it looks like this, and a lot of people are like, oh, he looks very feminine, the things that you have him indulging in with you on video in these TikToks are very feminine. Where's his dad? So then it looks like there's no father in the home when there is one, and it's kind of like, well then what the fuck is he doing? You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother topic. I'm rooting for this couple again. I want to feel like maybe a lot of their issues can be worked out. Yeah, I really hope that this is not some YouTube theatrics to get views. If it is, it is what it is. But the viewers can read between the shits. And I think you can really tell when people are tired or, they're at their wits' end in some situations and they're trying to push through. Now, comfortability is comfortability. Whoever you're comfortable with, whether you can, let's separate the marriage of a wife and a husband, but you're in a relationship and it's a shit relationship. Sometimes comfortability holds you there. Sometimes the attachment, assets, all of these things hold people together. And, they be unhappy as shit, but the comfortability of like, oh my God, I gotta go out and find somebody new or get to know somebody new is like scary or anxiety for certain people. So that's something to think about. But with these people, you would think she's a little younger. I would like to say I thought she was a little older, but she's 32. I wouldn't claim to know how old her husband is, but I know he's definitely older than her. And with all that I've seen so far from them, she has a supporting husband. She really does. And I think he's working his ass off like this to probably make up for the times that he probably couldn't provide, like she says. So Miss Bling, cut him some slack. Hear him out. Appreciate him a little more. I think he does hear you out, but you seem like you don't live in reality. Like you just do things, you don't plan things out, you just do it, and if it doesn't go your way, then it kind of just blows up in your face, and then you're like, boo-hooing about it, but sometimes you have to wait your turn, mama. You don't have to jump ahead all the time. You know, listen to your husband, listen to each other. I'm not no relationship. I feel like I'm turning into a relationship expert, but just watching you guys are a great couple. Just work it out. And if you don't, you're gonna give me more content. So yeah. Now for all of the people that's been watching them, jump down in my comments and let me know how y'all feel about this whole we're getting separated now. He says he wants to fight for his marriage, or he'll try to work it out, or whatever the case is. She sounds like she's done. So is it even worth it all? Let me know how you feel about the way how she comes online. And you know, like I said, the biggest thing, she emasculates her husband every chance he gets. Now, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe with post notifications turned on.
Let me talk my shit for you, talk about it. Let me talk my shit for you.